think yep, seems to be working. Okay. I just had a small technical problem that told me that live stream wasn't working, and now it seems to be working, and time is passing. So, hello, good evening, and welcome. This is Gary Gedall, psychologist, psychotherapist, looking at who is Meghan Markle. So we're getting towards the end of this series. Hi, good evening. We're getting towards the end of this series. Hope you're finding it interesting. Well, some of you are, because you keep coming back, which is great. And tonight we start a two-parter, and the two-part is Gary's conspiracy theory about what really happened between Thomas, Meghan's father, and Meghan. Why it happened the way it was, what it was about. And I'm not going to. It's 9 minutes, and then we have a little bit of an extra at the end of it. So I'm going to start straight away. So here we go. Let's just see if I can get it working, because it's always a surprise for me. Yes, seems to be doing something. Who is Meghan Markle? Hello, welcome back. Gary Gedall, psychologist, psychotherapist. We're talking about Meghan Markle, and today it's my conspiracy theory about what really happened between her and her father. What's the story? So let's start off at the beginning. So Meghan is engaged to Harry. She's going to have this big wedding. It's going to be great. However, my hypothesis is that her relationship with the father, since he's become old, in his 70s, late 70s, he's become poor, he's gone bankrupt, he doesn't know how to deal with money, and there's no longer much use for her. While her mother, who's always been this wonderful person, who does this, who does that, she's going to be there, and really, she doesn't want him to go there. So my hypothesis is that he wasn't invited to the wedding. It's my hypothesis. So, wasn't invited, but he knew it. So either he wasn't invited in the first place, or he felt that somehow, even invited, she would find some excuse for him to not go to the wedding when it came down to it. I don't know. Anyway, it's interesting. So what would you do? You come from a manipulative world, a world where people create reality. What do? He came and started getting pictures taken of him preparing to go for the wedding. It was like he was creating a reality. The reality that he would be part of the wedding. The idea was that if everybody saw him getting ready, being prepared, reading about how to be in Britain and getting a suit made and everything, then she either couldn't not invite him or even change her mind and not invite him afterwards. Instead, he'd create a reality, the reality that he was part of the wedding because there were pictures of him preparing for the wedding. That's my theory. It's my hypothesis. So what happened next? Meghan got very, very, very angry. She was very, very, very upset. But what did he do? What, by making these pictures, in any way did it attack her privacy? Nothing. No way. This huge upsetness, this being disappointed, this being betrayed, this being this, this being that, and everybody so sort of bought it. They bought into this huge show that she was making of how awful this was. The terrible to go there. So my hypothesis is that he wasn't invited to the wedding. It's my hypothesis. So, wasn't invited, but he knew it. So either he wasn't invited in the first place, or he felt that somehow, even invited, she would find some excuse for him to not go to the wedding when it came down to it. I don't know. Anyway, it's interesting. So what would you do? You come from a manipulative world, a world where people create reality. What do? He came and started getting pictures taken of him preparing to go for the wedding. It was like he was creating a reality. The reality that he would be part of the wedding. The idea was that if everybody saw him getting ready, being prepared, reading about how to be in Britain and getting a suit made and everything, then she either couldn't not invite him or even change her mind and not invite him afterwards. Instead, he'd create a reality, the reality that was part of the wedding, because there were pictures of him preparing for the wedding. That's my theory. It's my hypothesis. So what happened next? Meghan got very, very, very angry. She was very, very, very upset. But what did he do? What, by making these pictures, in any way did it attack her privacy? Nothing. No way. This huge upsetness, this being disappointed, this being betrayed, this being this, this being that, and everybody so sort of bought it. They bought into this huge show that she was making of how awful this was. The terrible thing that he did. He made these pictures for the paparazzi, and he got paid for them. But he had every right to. If I want to go and take pictures of me and put them in the newspaper and earn some money, I can do it. It's my right. It's my personal right. He didn't show any pictures of her as a child. He didn't show pictures of her in a bikini. He didn't take or show any compromising pictures of her or give it to the press. He didn't have anything to do with her. He took pictures of himself. How can that be a problem? For what reason could you have what we call a caca nervous about something like this? Doesn't make any sense. Unless the reason why she was so upset was because she felt she was being manipulated. And I don't think she was wrong in that. He was trying to manipulate her. No, that's not okay. It's her job to manipulate and create reality, not his. Come on, what's he doing? Just what he's seen. What he's seen a million directors do. On set, he was creating a reality he hoped that would be so strong that she couldn't negate. But he made this huge, huge, huge mistake. She made a huge, huge crisis. And nobody seems to be aware of how much of a total nonsense this crisis was. Because at the time, she was the future princess. She was Prince Harry's betrothed. She was going for this big wedding, and poor her. She was being abused by this awful father who was doing these awful things, and for money. No. Take away her version of events. Look at the facts. Look at the skeleton. Don't look at the interpretation given by her. She's gaslighting you. Look at the facts. A guy allowed himself to be photographed in different situations. What is wrong with that? There is nothing wrong with that. There was nothing wrong with that. And yet she made it into this international scandal. And she made it such an international scandal, in my view, that then she felt legitimate to tell him, there is no way you're coming to my wedding. So, what had he done? To try and assure himself there would be the wedding, he'd given her the material that she needed and the weapon to convince the whole world that he wasn't worthy of going to the wedding. He is not, in any way, as intelligent or manipulative as her. He should have known it. And he lost everything. Now, the problem was, if he was not allowed to go to the wedding, what could he do for everybody not to lose face? What he did, what he told everybody, was he had a heart attack. Now, when I say he told everybody he had a heart attack, there is absolutely, to my knowledge, no medical records anywhere of any sort, of any intervention, or any proof of him having a heart attack. No medical records, no press releases. There's only his word that he had a heart attack, and the raw machinery repeating that he was having a heart attack. And everybody bought into this story. Blah, 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 blah. I don't believe it, not for one moment. And I'm not even sure it wasn't Meghan's idea. Because it could have been. It would make sense. I also know of a lot of people on the internet who also don't believe in this heart attack story. And they, and I'm not going to quote, because those are just personal opinions without any proof. They're just an opinion. But my opinion, I base it on my own logic. And my logic is good enough for me, and maybe it's good enough for you. Maybe you don't agree with it. Let me know in the comments. I'll be happy to hear other people's points of view, always. So I believe she told him point blank, there's no way you're coming to the wedding. And he found that as a pretext. Maybe she suggested it, I don't know. But the pretext was the fact he was having a heart attack. So already that was that. Yes, that was that. But there was only one chapter. That was only the first chapter. Okay, the next chapter, the letter.
Yes, the letter. However, unfortunately, we've come to the end of this week's time, so that will have to wait until next week. Sorry for that, it's a bit of a cliffhanger. Anyway, I think that this week's episode should give you something to think about. Let me know your thoughts and my ideas. All comments are welcome. So, as usual, I ask you to like, to comment, I know I just said that, share and subscribe. So, see you next Monday for the conclusion of Gary's conspiracy theory of what really happened between Meghan and Thomas. Have a great week. See ya. Kindest, Gary.
The reality Is this? Can anybody hear me? Anybody there? You all gone? No, you're still there. Hi, I'm sorry. I don't know. I hope you can hear me. But obviously we're having computer problems. I'm going to see if I can get my other computer working again, but we'll see. Really weird, isn't it? Bad. It's bad. But we'll see. See what we can do. But you can hear me, you see me. I don't know. There's something happening there. Hello. Oh, there we go. I don't know if it's the other computer, the other stuff that's making it. What about this? Oh. Oh, you can see me from the camera here. It's very weird. So, okay, let's put this back up here. Okay, so now you can see me from here. So, hello. It's nice that you're here. It's all very confusing what's happening at the moment. I'm having real problems with my computer, and I don't know what's going on. So let's see if I can get rid of this. This is the most amusing thing. There we go. No, I don't want that. I want that.